Let's see if we're live. Check our volume. All right, we're live. Give it a few. Probably should have scheduled a live, but I never do. Hey, there's Chip. What's going on, brother? I just popped on. Working on my pond out back. Been hard, brutal work. Thirsty Thursday. Time for a cold one. Been working my ass off on this pond I'm building. So I figured I'd go live and show how far I've gotten with it so far. One block at a time. Let's see the pond. Well, it's not quite a pond yet, Chip. If I had my genie wand, maybe I could just twinkle my nose and say, pond, appear. Let's take a walk. Everything's a mess. Dealing with dirt everywhere. No organization. Just had to destroy the whole backyard to make room for what I'm doing. Getting these stepping stones started today. It's off the back porch. So, trying to get the angle off of the pond to line up with the step. That was quite the chore. But now I've got the angle, and I think it lined up pretty well with the back door, and this looks pretty evenly spaced as well. So all of this will be pavers coming back out here and then back over to here. So this is the pond. Got some steps down. Almost hit a plumbing pipe there. So just kind of dug around that, but to get a liner once the everything's all finished. And that area there will be for plants. And this still needs to be dug out, but it was still kind of soft because I had to dig down to get the backhoe down here to be able to dig this out. So this was all still hard pan, so I was able to chisel that out. And then up here, this is the waterfall area. So finished that today. Actually turned out pretty nice. See it down that side. Got 2 stacks on that side. And I planted all this sod a few weeks ago too. Ended up buying it from Lowe's and got 60% off. It was all dried out, so I figured I'll give it a shot, just keep it wet. Everybody tells me it'll come back next year, so we'll see. But this side, got 4 layers over here, because this is where I'm parking the van. So this will be a French drain, and I hit an old leach line. that was headed out this way. Luckily, we're on city water now. Oh yeah, Corona, dude. It's the only way we roll. My son gave me a recipe, and I tried it tonight, and I don't know. Maybe for some, but you can look it up. Look up the recipe. It's pretty easy. It was a, what is it called? Tropical by Bacardi. It's a Bacardi rum, and they've got different fruity type rums out now, and it's called Tropical. I think it's guava, coconut, and pineapple maybe. And you put a shot of that in a glass, and a shot of pina colada mix, and a squirt of, I think it's called cream of coconut or something, and all that goes in your Corona, and they call it a Corona Colada. I wasn't very impressed. I texted him and said I think it was a waste of a Corona. We'll come back over here. So I couldn't get the stone in there because the inner circle is, diameter is different. So I'm not sure how those guys really do that, unless they just get rid of being center here. But as you can see, it's not even center there, because the more you come in, it loses loses the radius. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure out how to cut these big ass blocks. Let's see, I'm center there, center throughout, but when you get over there, go around a circle, you're no longer, center. So this here will be a waterfall feature. That's why this is all blocked in over here, and then the waterfall will come over top of these. So that's why they're stacked backwards. You won't even see this. The liner of the pond will come over top of this, and that'll be the waterfall. But I figured the blocks would probably hold the water better stacking them the opposite direction like I did. Hopefully it holds the weight of the water. Alcohol abuse. What's up, Mo? Need to alternate straight to center to straight. I don't know. That doesn't even make any sense. If you're straight, how can you go off center? Center. I guess you're talking about the rows themselves. Well, if you went straight, then you'd have two blocks stacked on top of one another. Kind of defeats that look. I don't know, bud. 3 more subs to hit 589. Yeah, I don't even go live anymore, man. I haven't posted anything really in probably over a year. I just go live every once in a while. Fishing trip or something like this. Something I'm doing. I'll never get rich off of YouTube. Nor was I ever even trying to begin with. Just wanted to document that van build. That's really why I started doing YouTube clips, more so for myself. But yeah, so liner will go up to the cinder block. That's why I didn't care. I had some cinder blocks laying around. So some of them were painted, and I figured, well, it's a good time to use these up because they'll be behind the waterfall. And you won't even see the inside of the other ones. Those are those textured type cinder blocks. A little better close up over there. But I think it's turning out pretty nice. No footing or anything, so I hope it's going to hold. But what I am doing is I drove like those kind of like T-bar steaks, I guess I think they call them. Drove those inside the cinder block into the ground and then filled the block with concrete. So I'm hoping it's going to hold. I didn't want to get into doing a whole foundation and all that madness. Hey, you remember me. Little Bits, Creation of Signs. I don't know, my friend. As I was just saying, I probably haven't posted anything in a year besides a fishing trip I did maybe 6 months ago. Did a live just like now. How thick is the liner? You can get them pretty thick, Chip. I don't know if you know anything about them, but I seen 60 mils. I believe it's just like trash bags or what have you. 10 mil tape and things like that. Which one would assume. Maybe it's millimeter. I don't even know. But no, it couldn't be millimeter. But mils, if you know what that means. But the one I purchased was 20. I looked at Lowe's, and the thickest one they had was 13.5. And I just felt that was probably a little too thin. So I ended up going on Amazon and picked up one for about the same price for 20 mils. And I got a 20 by 25. Measurements I didn't share, I guess. This is about 10 feet this way, 12 feet across, which kind of ended up biting me in the butt a little bit because when I got my liner from Amazon, lovely old China shorted me on the liner. So ended up being about 24 feet by 19 feet ish on both measurements. So I ended up flipping the whole pond. Originally it was going to be built this way with the long side, but I think it's going to work out because you step out the back door right here, this is all going to be patio, and that's your view. And once it's all done, there'll be a waterfall up in that area. Well, that's where the waterfall stuff will be. But the waterfall will come off of that wall there, the retaining wall blocks. Tandy, what's up, guys? Oh, and I guess I did. I'm sure you guys have seen them. We'll just walk over here and do a shot. I don't want to walk all the way over there. I forget what they're called. I want to say there's 3 letters. If you look on the side of the van over there, those things in cages, people use those as water carriers, if you're, out in the South 40 and you need to get water out there to water crop or whatever. But they're used for a lot of different things. And got 3 of those. So I'll be building what they call bog filters. And what you do, basically, you're just kind of creating a river. So there won't be any chemicals at all used in here. And you put very large rocks down on the bottom, river rock, preferably, because they're round and they just won't cut the container, and for other reasons, if I recall as well. But that's what I'll end up using. So you want to put 3, 4, 5 inch, 6 inch, larger size river rock down on the bottom. And they have a spigot on the bottom where whatever's put inside those things, people can get the stuff out. So you put about a third of the way up, you want to fill up with large river rock, and then in the middle third you want to fill up with, say, like 2 inch plus, And then on the upper third, you want to fill it up with little small river rock. So your pump will pump it out of the pond into those containers, and you bring it into the bottom of the container. So then the water will rise up through the big rock, the medium rock, and then eventually through the pebble rock onto the top. And then you just bring a pipe out the side of it on the top, and then that'll feed your waterfall, your stream, or whatever you're doing. And supposedly they're really good at filtering ponds from all my research. So I wanted to stay away from chemicals and things like that because of this little fuzzball, because I know she's going to be in there just loving it. She loves the water. It wasn't my deer video. That was Lola's deer video. So that's another reason I kind of doing this ledge, which they actually call a shelf. You do a pond, you want to do it like steps like that for the liner so it doesn't cave in, and it's just kind of a gradual incline coming in. But it also will help Lola because she'll want to come out here and screw around. So eventually this side here will be carved out just like that. I don't know, those of you that weren't in here to begin with, I had to literally dig this down here so I could get the backhoe over here to get down there, to get far enough down there with the backhoe. So this has all been done in stages, and plus, like I say, the original pond was going to be longer instead of as wide as it is now. So all this was completely dug out and had to be backfilled. So now this is all real soft dirt, so I can't carve it out like that yet. So kind of spritzing it with water, and I'll use this compactor here, compact it back down, that way I can carve it back out, and that'll just wrap completely around. So Lola will have a area to play with here on the edge, and if she wants to swim, she can dive in and swim in the deep part. The deep part's about 4 feet, and I was planning on 2 feet, maybe 18 inches on this side, and this is probably more like a foot, maybe 15 inches, because I'm figuring on plants over there. But I may step back down again here in this area to come across here just to make it a little bit deeper for Lola. I don't want it to be over her head, but I'd like to submerge her body, because right now she swims in her little kiddie pool. And she just gets in there, comes up to her belly. Yep, that's how I did it. Not sure what you did, but I guess I'm doing it right. I guess you had a pond and it was heart-shaped. Got her below. Let me scroll back up here. I gotta do some catching up. Running my mouth. Hey, 1A's in here. What's going on, brother? Got her below 150 now. I'm not sure. Oh, Sabrina. 150? There's no way she was 150. Not when I seen her. 150's a big dog. She didn't look nowhere near that. I'd figure maybe 100. Hell, I had German Shepherd Rottweiler and he wasn't even 100. Blood sugar levels. Yeah. Yeah, she's got diabetes too, so yeah, I guess that would affect her weight quite a bit. My last dog I had to put but Sabrina doesn't like the water. That's crazy because she's a lab. You think she'd just love it. Yeah, 120 is not a bad weight. A little easier on your back too. Getting her up into that blazer. Yeet, what's up, brother? 70, there you go. So maybe you're talking about your last dog. That would make more sense. 70, that's what I was thinking. I didn't even think she weighed 100 pounds when I seen her. Well, there's my truck. Those of you have probably not seen it. It's that half-ton Duramax. I'm inside the yard, a little blurry. X31 edition. Nothing fancy. Well, I guess it is fancy, but it's kind of the cheapest model there is, which was still 75 grand. Trucks are expensive. It's just insanity. I bought it last year. I do love it though. It's got a little baby Duramax, they call it. And I truly get like 30 miles to the gallon in that big truck if I keep my foot out of it. But it's hard to keep your foot out of it because it's got a lot of power. But I do love it. It's a good truck. It's got about 13,500 miles on it already. So I've been running it. What's Yeet been up to? Or did he just pop in and smash the Lycan bale? Here's pretty good after a hot day of working. Saw your truck during... Yeah, you were cruising with us when we went on that little fishing journey. This Corona's pretty tasty. I don't advise the Corona Colada though. My son spoke pretty highly of it. Pretty disappointed. Went and got all the ingredients to make it and whipped it up tonight, and I said, man, that was just a waste of a Corona. So I got 186 of these pavers. That was the first one I cracked. And what do we got over here? 4 others so far. 4 others there on the pallet that I've cracked so far. So I'm 10 bucks out. About $2 a stone. Bought 168 of them. Just bought a full pallet. And already 5 of them are shot. They're so fragile. It's absolute insanity. One of them was broke on the pallet. The corner was broke off of one of them. But I think it's going to work out somewhat. I'll be able to, I'm thinking anyway, that right here I held off. I was going to put one more tile there, but it's about a half tile. Or half stone, I should say. Stepping stones. So maybe I can cut some of them in half. But I'm not sure I like the idea of a half stone. on the outer perimeter, but it'd be a good way to utilize it. And it would kind of frame it into, like, make it look a little bit more trick. I don't know. Did a half stone back this way and then back up to the porch. I don't know. I just hate having a total loss because I already broke 5 of them, and I don't know what I got down. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. So at that ratio, I'm probably going to break, I don't know, probably about another 20. So if I can salvage half of them by cutting them in half, then at least I'll get half that money back. But I just don't know about a half a stone being on the edge like that. I could do some kind of border like that along the edge of the halves. If I put the halves on there, that might not be a bad idea. Because I was thinking about doing that. I did this little guy here for Lola. It's her little doggy door, and it's never been centered because we put the doggy door in, of course, after the fact. But we've always just stacked a couple things there for her to get through the doggy door. She's our 3rd dog at this house. Never had an issue with it. Personally, I just wanted to jackhammer this shit out and just re-pour a new porch. But with all this madness going on, I figured it just wasn't the time. So I think once the pond's 100%, I'll probably just end up jackhammering this shit out, extending the porch over here a few more feet. Just pour a couple slabs there, maybe a step. But I don't know, the stepping stones turned out pretty good. I kind of like that look. It's just dirt in there right now, but I got a few bags of the special sand that's supposed to use on the pavers. So I may end up probably putting some sand in there. I guess it's supposed to somewhat harden up like concrete. Keeps the pavers together. You sweep it in there. So maybe we'll play with that. Put some base in there, probably be a good idea. Take some of the dirt out. I'll just put dirt in there until it settled. I'll water it a few times and let things adjust. It'll sink. Then maybe put some base on top and then put some sand in there. I don't know. It's all up in the air. Typical me. I don't really ever have a plan. I just start building. Walkways with succulents. Oh, that one's gone. Well, it's not really a walkway. It's a patio. Oh, and then my water issues. As I said earlier, I'm going to put a French drain over there. And my wife was out here digging and digging and digging. Raking, I should say. A hand rake over like years and years and years. And she just kept pulling the dirt back away from the house. This is an old house built in 1950. So a lot of wind blowing in dirt and stuff over the years. So she brought this way down, just kept bringing it down over the years. So I wanted to bring it back up some, and I did, because she had it probably a foot below this even, which was too far. But we've had some flooding issues here and there. And winter creates a real problem because of the stucco, and the moisture gets into the stucco and then it cracks the stucco. But what are you gonna do, man? It's a house built in 1950, not built like the new ones where they get the chicken wire and styrofoam. It's literally stucco on a block wall. So long story short, when I water the grass now, I can already see that I'm going to have issues with water pushing into this wall, and you can see it's starting to puddle and stuff here. So I think my solution is probably going to be to cut this back, which that'll help resolve some of the dead spots in the lawn as well. So I'm just probably going to cut this back about 3 feet, maybe where that piece is would be a good spot. Just tear that out because it's crap. But this here's looking pretty good and lively. So cut it straight across, and then I can throw it up top and patch some of these other areas. Utilize what I can once again. And then I think I'm just going to take it straight down and create a walkway through here and put some river rock in here. So that'll help the excess water and no dangers of fertilizer, things like that that you put on the lawn of getting in the pond, which there shouldn't be an issue with that anyway, but with the liner. But no sense in even giving it a shot if you don't have to, right? And then I'll bury this aggregation pipe got around the front here. That stuff there, which comes with the sock on it, which is nice. That's a little backhoe over there. That's what's been doing most of the digging, besides the hand chiseling and such, doing the steps and shelves or whatever. Four still in here, I guess. I don't know who's still hanging out, but somebody's listening to me gab. Oh, there's G. G's in here now. Sand, where are you going to get that? Oh, I've already got it, if you're talking about for the stepping stones. Just got it at Lowe's. It's a certain type of sand. Hey, let me grab my smokes, guys. Put you down here a second. Be right back. Run in the house here and grab my smokes. Smoking a pancake. Ah. Oh yeah. Nothing like a smoke with a beer. Gotta have a secret. Feel like a stepchild. You feel like a redhead stepchild? That's even worse. When you don't have a plan, it plans itself out. Yeah, exactly, man. Just fly by the seat of your pants. That's literally how I built that van. And, you know, I had ideas, but when you're building an entire house inside of I think it was about 60 square feet, literally, it's insane. That was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, and I've been in construction and my entire life. I was born into it, but that was the absolute hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life, building a entire house in 60 square feet. I mean, that's the size of a bathroom, not even. Definitely took a lot of thinking. All right, Chip, you take care too, brother. Getting late back east. We'll catch you on the flip side. Stay cool. Lake Crowley. Uh, Glucose levels had to be dealt with. Yep, the pup comes first, man. I know how that goes. I know how that goes. Lord, I've spent I don't know how many thousands of dollars on this dog. And she's only a little over a year old. I think it was almost $4,000 for the training. And literally, I did all the training. Mainly, the guy just kind of kept her from biting people because she was a little, oh man, she was a mess. She bit me, she bit the wife. She was a nasty little rascal. And I've had Rottweiler, German Shepherds, and Rhodesian Ridgebacks. I've had Dobermans, all these deathly dogs that people talk so bad about. I've had them all. This little cattle dog, man, she was one vicious bitch. She was nasty and stubborn as hell. So I told the wife she's going to have to get some professional training or I'm putting a bullet in her head. I am not getting sued over some damn dog. And people never know it now when I tell people. It's like, there's no way this dog was vicious. But she was. Oh, nothing's cheap anymore. Nothing at all. 500 bucks, go to Costco. Don't matter what you're getting. You're not even going to get a cartload of shit. Catching any fish, Dandy? Mo's asking. Yeah, it's a rug. Wife picked it up somewhere. I believe she bought it online. I don't know where. Yeah, it's got the runner also, like a hallway runner. I think it's an indoor-outdoor carpet, but that goes clear out to the fence. She's just got the other brown one on top to wipe your feet on. I think that's about a 10-foot runner. This thing's pretty big too. It's, I don't know, I'd say 8 by 10 probably. Goes all the way over there. And it's long this way, goes under the table. Pretty cool though. We're not too far from a lake, so kind of a beach theme we try to keep at the house. Kind of a beach house. Hence the pond also. Kind of hard to be tropical when you're out in the desert, but we do what we can do. No palm trees around here. Wife thinks she's in charge of the dogs. Not even a bite. I'm scrolling back. I think I cursed Andy last year. You think he cursed us all. I got one bite, but that was actually when I was on the shore. So it's when you guys were out on the boat. I was fishing from the shore. I got one little nibble. Got away from you, Mo, and I got a nibble. See? So I think you cursed us all. Let's just blame Mo. Make his shoulders a little broader. It's Mo's fault. You're used to it, Mo. Mo's fault. Here everybody's been blaming Trump, and all this time it's been Mo's fault. That sounds good, yeah. It's Mo's fault. Ah, shit. Well, it'll be nice when that pond's done, that's for sure. Be cool to just set up the camera with the waterfall feature in the back and hang out and do little chats like this from time to time. Oh, I'm real, bro. Nothing fake about me. I am who I am. Not a rich guy, but I do better than most. Every dollar I've ever made was with these hands. And my back. Mo vouches for that. Real deal Holyfield, baby. What do you guys think about that Tyson fight? Who's going to win? I always think there's money involved. So every sport BS. But I just wonder how much they can hype it up on one side. Truly, I think that's probably what will happen. Everybody's going to bank on Tyson winning, and he'll probably lose. And then they'll have a rematch. That'd be my guess. Yeah, golf's too boring for me. I've tried watching it. I literally watch no sports. Can't tell you the last time I watched a football game. I don't even watch Super Bowl. I used to watch Super Bowl just in particular just for the commercials, but then you find out all the inside scoop on all these big huge companies. So I don't want to back them anymore. I truly have cut the cord to TV at all. I watch nothing now. I cut cable probably over 10 years ago, because that was, I don't know, 150, 200 bucks a month, because we had this satellite radio and all the channels, and I think it was like $180 a month. I think it was Dish or one of them. And I said, I'm done with this shit. We never watch it. When we do watch it, it's just a rerun. You're watching the same crap you seen last month. I'm like, why am I spending $200 a month on television? So I got rid of the satellite radio at the house and the satellite TV. So we got rid of that probably 10, 12 years ago. It's been a long time. And started doing the pond stuff. And I just had a really nice antenna up on a piece of pipe from an old well. If you know, the pipe and stuff they take out when people drill a new well. You know what I'm talking about. So I just built a little form, put a pipe in a form that was a little bit smaller than the well pipe, just to sleeve it over top, and that way you could spin it. So just put a really nice antenna up on a big tall, I think 25-foot pole or something. So we had that for the last 10 years, 12 years, whatever. And about a month ago when I started working on this pond, I can't even remember something I needed to do, and the antenna was in the way or whatever. So I dropped the antenna, and I was going to go up on the roof. I kind of got in a bind and had to go up on the roof when I had it halfway dropped. So the wife was out there. I said, "Can you hold this up here?" And she's like, "Yeah, I can hold it." And I'm like, "I got to go up on the roof to disconnect this thing." I was trying to drop it down, but there ended up not being enough slack in the wire. So she says, "I'm not gonna hold this thing." I said, "All right. We don't need to watch TV anyway." I just took a pair of pliers and cut it. So we haven't even had any antenna TV in over a month. But literally, we just watch YouTube anyway. So neither one of us even care. It's always nice when you go on the chat streams. You share a lot of knowledge and kindness. I appreciate you. Hey, I try, brother. I got this neighborhood kid. You guys will get a kick out of this. But, well, I guess I could go on and share what I've learned. And I'm sure you guys are unaware of it as well. I'm sure you're aware, but just getting it, I guess, front page, the realization, like in your face. Um, you're just aware of the gayness and things like that, or just getting pushed down people's throats. I feel, and I don't have a problem with it. Just what you do is your business. Keep it in your bedroom. But you know how the world is today, and I think it's hard on the kids in particular. We all know that, and I think COVID really had a lot to do with a lot of things. Um, the kids just, they're not much on socializing to begin with. And then to go through what we went through with COVID really kind of put the pedal on sheltering them. Um, so I think that played a role too. Just, once again, all my opinions. But this neighborhood kid I got helping me on the pond from time to time, he tells me that it's like 50-50 now in his high school with gays and straights. And I was just baffled. I could not believe it. And, he's just, just like, you got to be careful today. You're going to date a girl. You don't even know if it's a girl. It's just, I was just floored. I guess it was just in my face, real, just from a neighborhood kid. It was absolutely insane. But anyway, I also told him today, he wanted to know what time it was. He was over here today giving me a hand. So I told him 3:45. He never heard that terminology before. And he's 17 years old, guys. He never heard 3:45 in his life. I had to explain to him what quarter to four means. I'm like, what are you guys learning in school today? Have you been under a rock your entire life? I don't know. Hey, 6%. What's going on, brother? I was just sharing the pond build I'm doing out back. You missed the little tour, but maybe I'll do another one here in a minute. No TV here for 15 years. Gunsmoke. Yeah, I used to watch Gunsmoke all the time. Good flick. Now I'm going to need a new box and all the TVs will be obsolete. Yeah, I won't need a new box. As long as I got YouTube, that's all I care about. Oh, for sure it was a weapon. Oh, Mo's leaving us. All right, Mo, good night, brother. So what's 6% up to tonight? Oh, shit. Get my smoke lit. 6%. You still in here, brother? He may have just popped in and smashed the like and bailed on us. Tandy's out of here too. Good night, Tandy. Unless you're saying good night to Mo. Tandy and Mo are good friends. They go way back. Thanks for popping in, Tandy, if you're leaving. Appreciate you, brother. Yep, I think 6% just popped in and popped out. He's a busy guy. Oh, Tandy's still hanging with us. You guys been camping lately? You got that new camper now. This is a nice rig. Too rich for my blood, though. That's why I built my own. Chilling in the trailer right now. That's right, you guys had a bumper pull too, didn't you? I was talking about that camper you guys had on the back of the truck. This is a nice rig. I can't remember. He told me what you guys paid for it. Pretty sure I asked you. Pretty spendy for a camper on the back of a truck, but it was nice for sure. Oh, you guys are up here? What, are you going to pop in and see Mo? Does he even know you guys are close? Love to meet up with you guys again, but as you can see, I'm burning candles on both ends over here building this pond. I'd say I'm going to be at least another month messing with this mess. I'm trying to get it all done before I go back to work, because I know when I go back to work ain't nothing gonna get done. Because I tend to work 60 hours a week minimum. But I've got probably, if I'm lucky, 2 more days, hopefully, to get this patio done. It's a lot harder than you think. I mean, doing it right, getting every row perfectly straight and square, the seams lined up. It's got to be level and straight. And I'm kind of creating an angle actually from that corner to this corner over here. I want water to flow that direction. So I'm not only angling it one direction, I'm angling it the other direction. So water will run off kind of diagonally is what I'm working towards anyway. So I'm hoping 2 more days I'll have the patio done, God willing, because I'm sore as a devil now. Been on my knees all day long with that kid, and this is what we got finished today. But I'm thinking it'll go a little smoother because the outer frame was the toughest, because everything got redone 2-3 times. Because you're bringing it this way and it's not going to line up with the steps, and now you're bringing it that way, it's not going to line up with the pond, so you got to shift it a little this way, a little that way. So became a nightmare, but ended up working out, and pretty centered with the porch too, which worked out pretty well. I'm a little past that stepping stone over here and a little past that stepping stone over there. So a lot of math and figuring out and jogging things this way and that way. But the hard part's over with. Now it's just back-breaking work getting all these stones laid. 168 stones. I don't know, I counted them earlier. I think it was like 28 or something got laid today. Yeah, a whole lot of work left. And the waterfall, luckily I got the backhoe tractor so I can bring a bunch of dirt back in that area over there. That whole thing will be filled up with dirt to create a waterfall feature. And then I can utilize some of the dirt also that came out of the pond, because I have a huge pile of dirt. I put a ad on Craigslist to get rid of free dirt, and luckily it's been working. There's a guy that's been coming by here every hour for 5 loads every day, and we start at 6 in the morning. So every morning at 6 a.m. I've been loading this truck for probably a week and a half. And then another gentleman came over with this big trailer the other day. So I loaded him up 2 days in a row. I had so much dirt on the first load, he said the dump trailer wouldn't even dump. Well, the smoke went out. Bullshit switch. That's what I call it. You guys down because I'm outside. The light? Nope. There it goes. Oh. Alright guys, well I think I'm going to cut it short. We're coming up on an hour. I was truly only planning on maybe 30 minutes just to show you guys the pond situation I got going on. But I had a few people pop in that I hadn't talked to in a little while. And a couple that I've even went camping with, Mo and Tandy, both good people. So we're gonna shove off if nobody's gonna do any talking. There's Tandy, Good night, brother. I'm gonna shut her down. Looks kind of slow. And I did what I wanted to do. Just show you guys what's going on with the pond. And I'll probably do another update maybe in about a month. And it probably will be unplanned, just like I did tonight. I'll just pop on. I got my first tomato going. Little Roma tomato. Those are the yellow pear tomatoes. Well, yeah, they're coming in. And I picked up some ivy. Got a 6-pack of ivy. I don't know. I was thinking about incorporating that into the pond. And I think it's going to be pretty cool. I want to see if like lilies and things like that will actually survive around here. Probably not, but I'm probably just going to be throwing my money away. But I'll give it a shot. Having a hard enough time with the ivy. But it'll be cool to play with some different water plants and see what I can keep alive out here in the pond. So I'll give you guys another update in probably about a month. Once I'm farther along, I'm sure I'll have the liner in by then. And hopefully the waterfall going, and I got to build those filters. So a lot of work still left to do. Getting all these pavers down. Like I say, hoping to have that done in the next few days. And then I can get over there in that waterfall area, because I want to build not only a waterfall, I want to do some streams and things like that, kind of take it to the next level. So kind of trick it out as much as I can. I think I got 2 or 3, I want to say 3 pond pumps. So kind of debating on if I'm going to do 3 separate filters with those containers I showed you guys, or maybe just like one with big rock, one with medium rock, and one with pebbles. So as usual, I'll just decide when I'm doing it. Just right by the seat of my pants when I'm doing it. I just figure it out when I'm doing it. So I got a lot of things to think about and figure out and research, and we'll get this puppy finished up, or nearly finished, here in about another month, I'm thinking. So I'll give you guys an update in about a month. I'll just pop on, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. We'll catch you on the flip side. This is Van Life Biker Show, and I'm out.